Well, hello guys, and welcome back to another Rick and Morty review. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at Season 2, Episode 9, The Wedding Squanchers. Oh, we're finally done! Season 2's over! Well, yeah, after this. Technically, it finished over almost 2 years ago now. But I'm finally finished up with reviewing it. I actually finished doing rerun reviews. Wow, that's never gonna happen again. But we got the season 2 finale. This one, this one's great. I wouldn't put it in the top 5, but it's still really good, and it was a great place to end off the season. It's a good time, right? And this episode really. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Whatever. But this episode basically starts off the whole streak of Rick losing, right? Because we see Rick, right, in the third season, Rick's kind of always losing. He's not actually losing, but he's kind of losing. And this episode kind of starts it off, and then the season 3 finale changes things, and then we go back to the formula. But let's just get right into it. So it starts off, this weird meatball, something, it's like UPS, shows up, and gives Rick an invitation to Bird Person's wedding. He doesn't care about the wedding, right? Weddings are pointless to him, right? Because he's been married, his marriage failed. So he says, fuck this shit. He doesn't want to go. But Jerry gets kidnapped by the flying meatball, so they're forced to go into the wedding anyways, right? We get the return of Squanchy, which, hey, that's cool. It's good to see him again, right? It's been at least a season. And they basically go around the wedding, right? They're doing wedding talk and all that. Rick just is drinking. He doesn't want anything to do with the wedding. As he said it, Morty says this is Bird Person's big day, and Rick is like, no, he's losing this battle. He's selling his soul, right? And, it's not I wouldn't say it's clever foreshadowing, exactly, but definitely, I love it's not like he's dying, right? I see what you did there, episode. This is a well-written episode. I mean, most every Rick and Morty episode is, but this one's got its moments, and its comedy is on point because of that, right? And they do the whole wedding ceremony. Oh, woo, it's fun, right? We're having a wedding, yay! Ugh. And Rick's not down for it, but he's finally like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll do it, okay? I'll participate in your little wedding shenanigans. You know, I'll accept it, right? At the after party, he gives a speech, and I love his note, where it's like, oh, give your introduction, rabble, forget what you're saying, and then just wing it. I remember every presentation I ever give in high school basically was like this. Just have the introduction, and then just make up everything else. It worked pretty well, actually. But Rick's like, okay, I'll accept it, right? This will be a change in our adventures, right? It's creating these false expectations that Tammy immediately betrays because she reveals that she's a galactic narc. A twist I doubt anyone saw coming because I don't think they foreshadowed it at all. She kills Bird Person, which, holy shit, Bird Person. He's the fan favorite character, and they just fucking murdered him. Oh, God, this show knows how to play with your feelings. And a fight scene breaks out at the wedding. Squanchy basically sacrifices himself, kind of. We never actually see what happens to him, and to this date, we have yet to see what happened to him, right? But the family's able to escape. They leave the wedding. Rick's like, I was fucking right. Fuck you all. I'm never going to care about anyone ever again. It's also a change, right? Because Rick starts off changing, right? Oh, I'm going to be new. I'm going to accept marriage, a whole new adventure. And he's like, fuck it, I was wrong to change. That's Rick's attitude, right? It's confirming that, it is the status quo is God, but by killing Bird Person, it isn't. And then later on in the episode, it isn't. So they decide to go shopping for a new world. The first world they get to is Tiny World, which is a fun little play on perception, right? Then they go to Corn World, which everything is on a cob, right? Strawberries on a cob, mountains on a cob, ants on a cob. And Rick has a problem with this for some reason. They don't actually explain, and I think that's half the joke. It's an interesting design, and then they go to this little world, and it's, or not a little world, that's Tiny World. They go back to Tiny World, but they go to this world, and when the sun rises, and this makes no fucking sense, but it's a funny joke, the sun is just screaming, right? And it's like, how long are days here? 48 hours. Fuck this shit. So they head back to Tiny World. Right, and they build a little log cabin on top of Tiny World. They find out Earth has been taken over by the Galactic Federation, and they're just not having any fun, right? So, Jerry suggests, what if we just turn in Rick, right? And they'll let them go free, right? That's his plan. Rick overhears them, right? And, of course, they're all like, no, fuck you, Jerry. We're not going to turn him in. We're just going to do whatever Rick says. Okay. You know, I just thought of something. Remember, Rick talked about all... You know, he just filled in the slot for this world. Because he's technically not this world's Rick, but yet he just filled into the slot to this world. Right? I don't know why, but I just thought of that. Like, and they bring this up in the season 3 premiere. That's kind of the point. I don't know what this had to do with anything, but I just thought of it. But Rick says, oh, he's going to go leave to the Glip Glop system to get some ice cream. And Morty knows exactly what's going on, right? He's put up with Rick's shit enough time. He knows that Rick's going to leave. And he's like, oh, I know what you're going to do, but Mom won't forgive you, and if you hurt Mom, I'll never forgive you. I wish that came back later. Whatever. They're too busy dealing with the Mulan Szechuan McNugget sauce. But Rick goes to a bar, right? He goes to a Mos Eisley's cantina, turns himself in. The family gets to go back to Earth. Jerry gets a job, because this kind of starts the whole thing about Jerry, which eventually leads to the season 3 premiere of the divorce, right? This is all built up to that. There's a lot of things that are built up in this episode that look like they're going to lead somewhere as important, and then you watch the season 3 premiere and it had fucking nothing, and all your expectations are thrown out the window, right? Oh, Rick sacrificed himself. Nope, he didn't sacrifice himself. He just does it to blow up the galactic government, because fuck it, why not? You know, just fuck it. I've said fuck a lot in this video. And then, yeah, Rick turns himself in. And why is he there? For everything. Didn't Matt Pat once read in on this, and he's like, oh, this is Rick's true crime. Like, oh, he did this, right? And I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? His true crime is literally what he said. He did everything. He's literally broken every rule. Isn't that kind of the joke? I mean, there could be something deeper, but fuck it. And then we get the end credit scene, which is like, the show will come back in a year and a half. I like but yeah, Mr. Poopy Butthole. I like the thing about say no to guns or whatever on the wall. And yeah, the show did actually come back. It came back on April 1st, earlier this year. I have a review. And, yeah, no, it was literally a year and a half later. This is the show. That's what this show does, man. It both plays with your expectations and tells you exactly what the hell it's gonna do. And yeah, that's the episode. It's a good episode. It really helps set up the season 3 premiere, which is one of the greatest, if not the greatest episode in the show, right? But we're done with season 2. And season 3, as of recording this, the first 6 episodes of season 3 have come out. So if you want to go check those out, there'll be a link somewheres. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.